2 minutes. Two minutes, folks. People. I'm doing this so I can get a copyright. Yeah. Gotta get that. Okay, it's 2 minutes. There we go. Get the copyright down into the TVAC channel. The Verbal Antidote channel. We get the copyrights out. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 and 1976 is allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm gonna be short and sweet on this one right here. But you already know. You see the title. No, you don't know what bunk means, but for education purposes only, it mean leak. Bump mean leak. Education purpose only. Bump mean leak. All right. I'm not gonna waste no time on this video. I'm gonna get right into it. Okay. All right. I gotta test the volume first. Excuse me. I'm about to step up. Testing the volume. Okay, there goes the volume. There goes the volume. All right. I can't say much, but when you hear me say corn on the cob stick, you know what I'm talking about. The big one. Without further ado, this is not my interpretation. This is from the big conglomerate, the news source of The Hill. And we all know what The Hill is. Okay? I'm just here to inform you. This is not my opinion. This is through the offices of big journalism. I'm showing you what they uncovered. This is not through my words. I plead the fifth. This is through their words. It's only through fair use and criticism. What I'm about to do. I'm gonna have a little criticism. Fair use and criticism. So here we go. Let him do the talking.
What was precisely new in them, but either way, they painted a damning picture of U.S. government with whether the novel coronavirus may have leaked out of a lab they knew they were funding, deciding that it very well may have, and then actively suppressing those questions. So to spell out what actually is new here, these emails themselves and others similar to it had previously been obtained by news outlets, including The Intercept, which sued the NIH for a huge batch of documents. And the GOP actually cited us in 2 footnotes. These particular emails were first obtained by BuzzFeed and the Washington Post, but the emails were heavily redacted, making it hard to know what was being communicated. A lot of them looked just like that. But as we also know from previous reporting, Republican staff were able to view the full emails, quote, in camera, which basically means they could physically look at them, but couldn't take copies with them. So what they did is they quickly took as many notes as they could. It would be better if the NIH would just release them, but this is the best we've got at this point. Now, one quick side note. It's pitiful, it's shameful that Democrats wouldn't collaborate with Republicans on this investigation in any serious way. This shouldn't actually be partisan. It's existentially important that we get the actual truth here. It's obviously too late to stop this pandemic, but maybe not too late to stop the next one. If the NIH and Francis Collins and Anthony Fauci know more than they're telling the public, that's something that should bother anybody from either party or from no party. So what they actually found...
Wait, John. Let's see, I can turn it up some. Give me 1 minute. Let me press this button. You go up or down. Okay, that's loud. Okay. This is a big conglomerate, The Hill. This is them, not me. I have no participation in this. I'm showing you what's going on.
It's quite a big deal. So on February 1st, Anthony Fauci, Collins, and at least 11 other scientists joined a conference call. It's February 11th, 2020. On that call, Fauci and Collins were told the virus might have leaked from the Wuhan lab and might have been genetically engineered. So some context, the day before, Fauci had been warned that it may have been a lab leak, as USA Today reported. Now, the day after the call, Dr. Jeremy Farrar sent around notes, including to Fauci and Collins, summarizing what some of the scientists had said on the call, and that's what's new in this. I want to read directly from some of this because the details are extremely important. So one scientist said he's bothered by the furin site and has a hard time explaining that as an event outside the lab, though there are possible ways in nature, but highly unlikely. So, given above, a likely explanation could be something as simple as passage SARS-CoV-2 in tissue culture on human cell lines under BSL-2 for an extended period of time, accidentally creating a virus that would be primed for rapid transmission between humans via game of furin site from tissue culture and adaptation to human ACE2 receptor via repeated passage. So I think it becomes a question of how do you put all this together, whether you believe in this series of coincidences, what you know of the lab in Wuhan, how much could be in nature, accidental release, or natural event. I am 70-30 or 60-40. And there's this from Dr. Bob Gary. Before I left the office for the ball, I aligned nCoV with the 96% bad CoV sequenced at Wuhan. Except for the RBD, the S proteins are essentially identical at the amino acid level, while all but the perfect insertion of 12 nucleotides that adds the furin site. S2 is over its whole length essentially identical. I really can't think of a plausible natural scenario where you get from the bat virus or one very similar to it to nCoV, where you insert exactly 4 amino acids, 12 nucleotide, that all have to be added at the exact same time to gain this function. That, and you don't change any other amino acid in S2, I just can't figure out how this gets accomplished in nature. to the alignment of the spikes at the amino acid level, it's stunning. Of course, in the lab, it would be easy to generate the perfect 12-base insert that you wanted. Another scenario is that the progenitor of NCOV was a bat virus with the perfect furin cleavage site generated over 3 evolutionary times.
You might get tired. There's a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff on that page. I just want to refresh myself. He got a lot of stuff on there. Video is not that long, but there's a lot of stuff on those cables from the Freedom of Information Act. There's a lot of stuff on there. Okay, here we go.
In this scenario, rat G13, the WIV virus, was generated by a perfect deletion of 12 nucleotides while essentially not changing any other S2 amino acid. Even more implausible, in my opinion. That is the big if. Okay, so we know that on February 1st and 2nd, the conclusion was that the virus being engineered in the lab was plausible. Indeed, more plausible than not. So later on February 2nd, Francis Collins emails Fauci and colleagues, and the tide begins to turn, and you can start to see politics begin to creep in. Quote, I am coming around to the view that a natural origin is more likely. But I share your view that a swift convening of experts in a confidence-inspiring framework, WHO seems really the only option, is needed, or the voices of conspiracy will quickly dominate, doing great potential harm to science and international harmony, unquote. So Dr. Ron Fortier sent an email making the same point, saying that, quote, further debate about such accusations would unnecessarily distract top researchers from their active duties and do unnecessary harm to science in general and science in China in particular, unquote. 2 days later, Fauci and Collins got a draft article being prepared by the scientists called The Proximal Origins of SARS-CoV-2. The draft paper is still secret, and all we have is Fauci's reply, which seems to be a scientific version of WTF. He typed 2 question marks, followed by, quote, serial passage in ACE2.
Let me start once more. Okay, update. Okay, what did he say about Dr. Fauci? I'm not here, I'm not here to be his boss. I'm not here to outwit him. This is not me talking about, saying his name. They're saying his name. I'm just showing you the information. Fair use. I'm just showing you the information. I don't got nothing against the man, but seemingly they got something against him. So I'm just showing you information that people might have missed. So this is criticism. The fair use. Okay, here we go.
Transgenic mice, unquote. So now the logical conclusion here is that the paper included serial passage as a possibility, and Fauci was flagging it as noteworthy one way or another. That theory does appear in the final version of the Nature letter. A hypothetical generation of SARS-CoV-2 by cell culture or animal passage would have required prior isolation of a progenitor virus with very high genetic similarity, which has not been described. Subsequent generation of a polybasic cleavage site would have then required repeated passage in cell culture or animals with ACE2 receptors similar to those of humans, but such work has also not previously been described. That's how they dismiss it at the end. If Fauci or Collins made substantive edits, this appears to be where they put their pen the heaviest, allowing animal passage to be raised, but immediately dismissing it as having not previously been described. The Republicans also released an email from Jeremy Farrar saying, Eddie Holmes, 64 lab, I am 50-50. So on February 4th, the day they got the paper, key scientists still believed the lab theory was plausible, which makes it impossible for Fauci to claim something major changed between the 1st and the 4th. Francis Collins...
Stop. Okay, now you're on course with what he's saying. Are you on course? The scientists say the bump could be plausible. Okay, they're on course with Dr. F. They're on course with him, so it's moving right along. They had him in the grabs or whatever. That's his colleague, so they're on course.
An email then called the paper a, quote, very thoughtful analysis, arguing against engineering, but repeated passage is still an option. In other words, they're arguing that it wasn't deliberately constructed in a lab, but an experiment that involved repeated passage between animals was still possible. From there, the trail goes cold in the emails, and the paper that...
Did you just hear that? Experiment. So anything is being experiment, that means you got to test it first. Anything that's been experiment, that means it's already created. So the rabbit hole gets deeper. Anything experiment, it can be either one, two things. Are you creating it, or it's already created? So experiment is a test. That's all experiment is. So you either testing it invisibly, like a ghost, or you testing it solid, as in real life. So you can experiment with a fantasy. It's quite in your dreams. You experiment sleep of dreams. You experiment what is going on. That's an experiment. The experiment you had dreaming is invisible. You can't touch it. You can only pull it up in your brain's eye. So, experiment with what? There we go.
Was eventually published, rejects the idea that it originated in a lab. Fauci cited the paper in tamping down the theory.
Peter Daszak, who you communicated with privately, and other members of the scientific community that wrote opinion pieces for Nature. 5 of them signed a paper for Nature, an opinion piece. 17 signed a paper that called it conspiracy theory, the idea that the virus could have originated in the lab. Do you think words like conspiracy theory should be in a scientific paper?
Senator, I never used that word when I was referring to it. You're distorting virtually everything.
Did you communicate with the 5 scientists who wrote the opinion piece in Nature where they were describing, there's no way this could have come from the lab?
That was not me.
Did you talk with any of those scientists privately?
You keep distorting the truth. It is stunning.
So while the mainstream media blackballed the topic, people kept pushing. Francis Collins in April emailed Anthony Fauci a link to a segment by Bret Baier, who noted that people still wondered about that lab. Of course, one thing Collins could have done is actively explored the question and searched for truth. But by April, Fauci and Collins had settled on their story, and Fauci told him to ignore it and assured him it would all go away. Quote, I would not do anything about this right now. It is a shiny object that will go away in times.
Stop right there. So, Dr. F, criticism only. This is my thesis on it. So criticism only, fair use. Seemed like they got him by the you know what? And he wanted just to be wiped under the rug. Excuse me. So what do you think, audience? If I have an audience or whatever, whoever watch it later on or whatever. So, man. So how you feel about that? I feel it's kind of weird. Kind of strange, It's like you're trying to push the dirt under the world, Oh, it'll go away soon. It'll go away. Just give it some time. It'll go away. Just sweep it under the rug. That's all. Just sweep it under the rug. It'll go away. Okay. It'll go away. That's how I feel about it. That's my critique of, that statement. So, fair use. As far as I would go on my critique. Okay, let the professionals, journalism, from one journalism, public grassroots journalism, to another, the hill.
That was not true.
Right. No, he was wrong.
Went away for a long time.
Brilliant political instincts from Dr. Fauci. No, that absolutely did not turn out to be the case, and partially because the evidence just, despite their best efforts, I mean, I think one of the things you pointed out is that Fauci cited that paper to tamp down on the theory, which was, of course, the point, but it is a completely corrupt process, literally manipulating scientific papers for political.
Oh. Man, did y'all hear that? I didn't know she was going to say that. I think I just read her mind. Okay, continue on.
And that Collins email that was just up, he talks about this is a destructive conspiracy theory that threatens international harmony. And so you see that their motivations are not purely scientific, as Dr. Fauci would have you believe. There are all kinds of politics. And the other thing I would note is that date, February 4th. February 4th, as you said, what changed between the 1st and the 4th, we don't know. It seems likely that nothing did. But February 4th, 2020, February 4th, 2022 is the day that the Beijing Olympics begin. So 2 years to the day, we're getting international harmony. So I found the sort of that interesting in and of itself, because here we are. But everything you just broke down, I thought was really helpful.
And what's obnoxious about this whole conversation is how partisan it has become, and needlessly so, because there's nothing structural or fundamental about the question of where the virus originated that necessarily requires Republicans to believe one thing and Democrats to believe another thing.
Right.
Like,
that's the China question, right?
Right, but for them, it was they talk about international harmony, but I think what they mean underneath that is the harmony of their scientific research funding flows.
Yeah, the WHO. Yes.
Fauci was furious about the pause in gain-of-function research. Fauci knew that they had been funding this type of research through an EcoHealth Alliance in Wuhan. Even at the height of this, wasn't reflecting on whether or not gain of function is something that should be paused. Mm-hmm. Like, he thinks, and he has said this publicly, that it's just misinformation, that people are confused about the value of gain of function and the wisdom of it.
And the definition.
Okay, stop. She about to give you the definition of gain of function. Okay. All right, I'll let her finish. You might be stupid on that.
No, but of course.
And so that's right. So that's the harmony, and that they're really talking about. And for all of these Democrats who are concerned about who were concerned about the lab leak getting discussed, they don't have any interest in defending gain of function. Like, they weren't even thinking through, like, what's their material connection to this question. It just became a culture war question, to the point where everyone on one side just was on, believing one set of things, and then everyone on the other side was believing the other.
The media has played, I think, an absolutely shameful role in all this as well. Granted, after a while, there was a long New York Magazine piece that came out talking about the lab leak theory that really got people to take it seriously again. But for the better part of a year, they were following Fauci's lead, and he was manipulating them, intentionally manipulating them. And you can see it in the emails. They're talking about media strategy. I mean, come on. And they're actually, again, using papers, scientific papers, to deal with the media. And so the media's role in allowing them to get away with that for the better part of a year and even longer.
Stop. okay, this lady, she's really she's really grinding Dr. F out, you know. She really handed it to him, you know. She really handing him his breakfast, you know. It's not me. I'm only producing public information through the Freedom of Information Act. This is not me. This is her. So don't get mad at me.
Depending on what the source is, because they seemed to be anti-Trump. And Fauci had that moment for a couple of months. But even then, when he was, saying nice things about Donald Trump, everyone thought it was sort of like wink and a nod, right? Like he was, the Trump whisperer. And so because he was against Trump, the media couldn't do its job of calling balls and strikes. And that, I think, is also what pushed everyone into their individual corners.
Right. I would love to hear kind of impartial, scientific-minded people talking, grilling Fauci about this.
Absolutely.
Who just want to get to the bottom of it. I am glad that Rand Paul is pursuing it, but he can only take it so far because of who he is.
Right.
He needs somebody with scientific credibility across the board to say no, like that. These answers are not going to fly. You can't just make this a personal war between me and you.
Well, that's like you said, Fauci wants to make it into a dogfight. The exchange that you
Stop. Oh boy. Look here, y'all. I got one thing to say. Whenever you have a corn on the cob stick, when I was coming up, when my family members dumped me off at the health department, I was like 14. I have to sit and wait by myself. And I even had to read the papers. Some of it I didn't really know what I was reading. But I understand some of it on my own. And when I started getting the car on the cob stick, first thing I asked her, how long it lasts. Excuse me for that. And she ended up telling me, like, how many I get. She said it lasts for some of it lasts for okay. She said some of it lasts out for your teenage years, even through your adult years. She said some of it even is a CURE for certain ones, You understand what I'm saying? And she said, you take these, you ain't got to have to never come back anymore. So, right now, to my criticism, I think they run us through the ringer with the VAC. How can it be short time span that it is, What did I say in the beginning? Experiment. So, you think the VAC? Man, that's the name of my channel. Wow. You think the VAC is a test? Or what? You think the VAC is a test? When I was coming up, I asked the lady the question. I asked the nurse the question. She said it lasts the rest of your teenage years and on through adult years. Some of it is a CURE. So they didn't playing games with us, you know? Like the radio said, this is only a test. Please stand by. This is the National Broadcasting System. This is only a test. Beep. So that's what they're trying to do to us. We know what that noise is. There we go. That's confirmation. That test is a damn flatline. Allegedly. But actually, that's just a buzz on that test. But that's what it's similar to when they damn pull the plug. So they're trying to goddamn pull the plug on everybody. Not on this one, baby. There's some things I've been doing since I was 18. It might have been 16. So I'm not gonna, tell you what, but y'all already know. Y'all know HEAL stand for ING. Aspirations, that's what I was into since I was 14, rather 15. Okay. Damn, I can still buffering. No, I ain't buffering. All right, I'm going to let these people finish. But hold on. 1 minute. I got to turn this off. I make too much noise, y'all. Okay. The heel. Let me finish. Chris said I'm on it hard. This is my critique. Let them finish.
Just played, you hear him. Rand Paul didn't say that Fauci referred to it as a conspiracy theory, and Fauci is saying, I didn't refer to it as a conspiracy. Like he's intentionally arguing past the point. But I think sadly everybody is too sort of tarred or burdened by the partisan labels now to actually serve as a sort of neutral scientific arbiter because somehow, some way, we always find a way to not we, but the people in the media and in our politics always find a way to take sides.
Indeed.
Okay, that's it, y'all. So what do you think? Very in tune information. So you think the rabbit hole will get deeper? That's what they call a news thing. The hill rising. How ironic. The rising. The hill, the rising. Only thing that you go on the hill that was rising when you the sun. So the hill is the sun, huh? Okay, y'all. We just had to get that little information out. I'm not here to sway nobody's opinion. I'm not here to sway nobody's actions. I'm not telling nobody what to do or not to do. You have your own brain. Don't be dumb. All I can say is we know what's out there. We know the things that happen. Okay? All I gotta say is we didn't do it. The stuff that we going through right now, we didn't damn do it. Somebody did it to us. The rising. The sun. We already know what the sun. The rising. The sun. The east. the rising sun. We already know who that is. Country of the rising sun. China. You really slapped this to us, baby. But allegedly, I wish I could be the first one to sue you. 2 years of hell. That's not allegedly. Wish I could be the first one to sue y'all. Okay, welcome. Let me see that name. Not. Episode. Oh, thanks. That is Not. Epignon. That's Russian. Okay, welcome. Give me chat. If you can put it in translate, you can say something, but if not, welcome in the chat. Okay, as I was saying, China, global hell, you know. The experiment didn't go out very well. Like you say, the experiment went left. Whatever y'all was doing over there in that lab, it went totally left. Allegedly. So, you ain't think you're going good, I guess. You're only doing it to save the people. But, allegedly, some of that stuff got out, you know. It was bumped. So, you know you're a country that love to hide stuff. But, like in the greatest book on earth, as they say, allegedly, there are more books after that. The Bible. You know, you got the Torah. Or you could have the Kabbalah. As they would say, the angels are the descendants of your God. They would say, speak it in truth, and in truth shall set you free. Just go ahead and tell the truth. Just go ahead and release the whole global nation. You know, just we ain't gonna be mad at you. If you bumped it, just go ahead and say it. Because the more you hide it, the bigger the rabbit hole get. Just have some heart. Just tell the truth. Yeah, you might have to come out a lot of money with certain people. Not with us, though. We ain't gonna be able to sue you. I ain't got nothing against you. But anyway, just stop being a liar, you know? Stop being a liar. We all need to know. To set us free. I'm not here with this bad shit and poke along stuff. Like I said, ever since I was 18, I already know different things, you know? So you can squash the bad stuff and the poke along and the damn ants and the damn crickets. Just get up there and tell the truth. Just get up there and tell the damn truth, you know? We had enough of it. You think one damn bat caused all this? A group of bats? Some damn snakes, you know? It's damn freaking bullshit. Just get up there and tell the damn truth. That's all we want to hear. And you got a deeper agenda. Like I said, experiment. This is the National Radio Association. This is only a test. You already know what's come next to beat, the long beat, the flat line. So that's what you want to put all us in flat line? Devil is a lie. You see that? That's confirmation right there. The devil is a lie. God working mysterious ways. Well, I just said that. The devil is a lie. And who's the devil? You already know. Just tell the truth about what happened. Just tell the damn truth about what happened. Get off your high horse and tell the damn truth about what happened. We need to know. A lot of people, look at that. Just tell the truth about what happened to set us free. The global humanity of Earth as a whole. So you think you own Earth? Trying to create a damn artificial sun? What you trying to put an artificial sun up for? You put all your devils inside of it? You dig a big hole and put demons down there? Physical demons? Nah. Chinese people, you know, they're good people, you know. They're very, you know, mysterious people. You know, they're caring people, you know. They might get mad at you. They'll knock your damn head off. But in the end, they're some loving people, you know. So you can squash that. You know, I'm going to stand up for them if they can't say nothing. So they got zippers on their lips. So, you know, make it all about them. You know, they didn't do it. So it's like a global, you know, conglomerate of one country with the experiment, the big experiment, huh? So I know some big wigs behind this, you know. I already know who the people is, you know. I ain't calling names. That devil is a lie. Like I said, these people right here, the Hill, the Big Rising, that's the name of the show. They really gave it to you. So, when I was coming up, we didn't have to go through none of this right here. Only thing that was we used to see was in Africa, you know. Probably coming to find out, allegedly, like the humanity workers, they could have been shooting little kids up with, you know, from the back. They could have been shooting the kids up with destruction, you know, allegedly. Yeah, I know some of the kids, you know, they blind and stuff, you know, polio. But who to say what kind of intention they had in the end, you know, in the back end of that deal, you know, for African people. Shit, I'm damn African, hell. African American. That's my ancestors from, you know. So, who could say they could have been with a big test, you know? The big test, the big FLATLINE. This is the National Radio Association. This is the National Broadcasting System. This is only a test. Oh my God. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's confirmation right there. This is only a test, huh? Where your test went north or south. East and west. It's just scattered all over the place. Your test didn't really live up to what you thought it was gonna live up to. Wherever cake that you was making up. It was a big cake, Your cake didn't come out like you wanted to come out. Your cake ended up spreading all over the world. Oh my God. Every time I say very key words. Your cake ended up spreading all over the world. We ain't asked for this right here. We didn't ask for the big cake. We didn't ask for the big cake. Nobody wanted a piece of the sweet cake. The cake wasn't so sweet. If it was a good cake, I would want it. Especially chocolate mousse cake. But this cake, damn invisible cake. You can't even see it. Can't bite it, can't eat it, can't smell it, can't taste it. The damn invisible cake. When it's come knocking at your door, it's too sweet, it's gonna make you sick. You end up throwing the damn cake up. You wait till it get out your system for you to be happy again. Some people can't get out of their system, they got bad health, They ain't stronger than others, they got bad health, they like obesity, old people, sick, whatever, So, but anyway, thank you for, let me see what that is. Man, these people, I can't pronounce that. They from Russia. Kronosky Bromonos. Thank you for coming in. People from Russia. I know these people, they be searching for information. People all the way from Russia come to hear me. From America. I got respect for the people, They even come listen to me, The government, America and the Russians, they be at odds, When somebody say something, like in the government. But you can't meet people hate each other just because the government of that other government hate each other. That's the old days, It's a new day. It ain't gonna happen. It's bigger than country hating each other. It's more like people are just people, like humanity, Yeah, we got other stuff that going on. People try, invade, destroy countries, take over, do stuff. That was back in the days, They'll still do it now, but it ain't been a lot of dead people, It's too much high power stuff out there, People ain't gonna let it happen. People are just people, But we have wars and stuff. Like people try to, invade people's countries, some people they got stake in that company, they got money tied up in the company. And you don't know what's going on, People try to take over the country. But be a lot of dead people, It's not like old days no more, People got very technological systems, weaponry. No matter how you try to outsmart somebody, sometimes bigger ain't always better, look at Finland people, like when Hitler, they was trying to take down him. Guess who they had to call? I got nothing against Hitler, I know it comes to see the man as a madman, that's not my cup of tea, he was way before I was born. But anyway, they had to call the Finland damn snipers to take him out. The people, I meant to say, they had to call the Finland snipers to take out Hitler, the SS and the Third Reich. Then Finland people, military people, they be like covered in white suits and stuff on the mountains. And Hitler, SS, come anywhere around, they don't know what to see. They just think they see snow. But actually, they see those Finland snipers. You can't beat them, they're out of this world, So, no matter how big you think you are, sometimes bigger ain't better. Like, take, for instance, a honey badger over in Africa. Nobody mess with a honey badger. Even the lions, jaguars, panthers, rhinoceros, rhinoceros, they don't really mess with them. They don't be near them that much. But take for a lion and a honey badger. Small as the honey badger is a hellified animal, He can rip the lion necks off, cut his neck under there, like quick. He's very fast. His paws, he's stocky. There's one of him, He could take 5 of them on at one time. They're not going to come near him, Like sometimes bigger ain't always better, So you have to be very careful about that, So might be able to last for a long time, but in the end, there'll be a lot of dead people, Some people can outsmart you, with the wits. You don't have to be very big. They can take you out from afar. Just, there we go. Every time I say key words, you get attacked. Man, it's crazy, metaphysical stuff, whatever it is. There'll be people who call that stuff, man. You just can't. Amazing. But anyway, I wasn't going to be too long in this video. Just want to give y'all a snippet of what deal was with this. If you missed the other part of it, like once in the video, you can go back and redo it. Like once it's the video has to stay and wait for a while. Video just don't be pushed out there, You have to go through very strenuous process through YouTube, Sometimes, certain people be crazy on YouTube. They be saying crazy stuff, YouTube won't even let the video come out, Shit, I don't blame them. They very careful about, what you say, how you say it. Like some people be going AWOL on the videos, they say and do crazy stuff, Then they get mad and YouTube put strikes on them, They gotta follow the rules, So people tell you what to do when you don't do it, like you're a hothead or whatever. So gotta represent the things that people tell you to do. You can get up there and give away certain secrets of the government. You never know. You could be a freaking maniacal person, You can say crazy stuff. But anyway, let me see. There's 2 people right now. Thank you for joining the chat. The people who they just listen on this chat, I know they probably got it in like translation. And let me see what that say. People, you can tell they from international. They don't really say nothing. They just watch and look. Maybe they be afraid to respond. But I'm very approachable. Like later on, they'll get the hang of it. They'll get relaxed. If they really didn't like me, they wouldn't really come to my page. But we'll see in the end, though. just like and share the video. I'm about to go now. For the people over there, and I don't think they're Haitian though. It's not like I said, that look like Russian writing right there. And I made a video about the Haitian people, these people, and none of the people even subscribe to my page, when they was over there. I made a video about the Haitians and stuff, But I think Haitians, I think they hate black people, even all this stuff. I never make a video about Haitian people again, I think. But the people when I was growing up, where I was, down where I was, Florida, like some of the people I had fun with, some of them, all of them ain't like that. But majority of them, I think I think some kind of way deep down inside, they don't like to be around black people, I'm going to say African American people. I think they got something against us, I think it's like envy against us, certain Haitian people. I think it's almost 80%, Now, I ain't gonna make another video about Haitian, how they did me. Nobody liked my videos. Stuck my neck on the line. I know the people seen my videos. They got the phones and stuff. The video, when I made it, went public. No Haitian people liked the video. People subscribed to the video. They could even dislike the video. But the video that I made is a very in-depth video about how they're treating Haitian people. So, that made me feel bad right there. I'm sticking my neck on the line for these Haitian people. Nobody subscribed. Damn near 12,000 people out there under the damn bridge. I know 12,000 people could have subscribed. But if anything else go wrong in Haiti, nah, I'm still post. I don't care about the people. Like, all the people ain't like it. But those people right there, it's like they turn their back. Hell, it's like I'm damn Jesus. 12,000 people, you stick your neck on the line, you sacrificing yourself for them. Like I'm Yeshua, the Messiah. Damn 12, 14,000 people. I know they seen the video. I think I'm gonna just stick my neck on the line and talk about the government towards Haitians. I'm from America. I'm not from Haiti. Yeah, I know some of the people are Haitians. There we go. African. I know the people are Haitian and Africans. They had slaves and stuff too, shit over there. But I think Haitian people, they don't like African American people, man. Man, it's just sad. Anyway, thanks to those people right there, the Russian people. I know they're real. I seen movies and stuff how Russian people treat you. You do good to them, they damn sure gonna do the good to you. You better believe it. Just solid rock people, I watch all the damn movies. They just wait to see if you're gonna turn against them. That's the kind of people they are. Yep. I gotta commend them for that. I'm no dummy, I've seen movies and stuff. I be seeing documentaries and stuff about Russian people. They just wait to see if you're gonna turn against them, They give you a chance. See if you're gonna be a dummy and turn against them. They will fight. They don't care. They're gonna do something to you. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching the channel, and y'all have a good day. And I'm gonna remember those people right there. Y'all can subscribe to the channel or whatever. Don't be afraid. I'm not a evil person. Just thank you for listening. Don't in the future. You'll snap out of it. You'll be able to say something. I know you want to, but you may be scared or whatever. You don't know what to say. I know you got. You want to state your opinion. You know, you can say, you can say it later, or you can just comment or whatever. And, thank you for coming in. Y'all have a good day. I'm out.